Most people can debate football like it's a life or death philosophy class. They'll argue over teams, tactics, and players as if their opinions rewrite reality. But then there's you, the person who doesn't watch. And you've probably heard the classic line, bro, how do you not watch football? But what if choosing not to watch actually reveals more about your psychology than about the sport itself? See, skipping football isn't about being weird. It's about where your mind invests its attention. Psychologists talk about value mismatch when a society is obsessed with something your brain simply doesn't prioritize. That's not rebellion, that's clarity. Because people who don't watch football usually fall into one of four psychological patterns, and each one says something powerful about how their mind operates. The inner-driven thinker. These people don't dislike football. It just doesn't hit their emotional circuits. Their brain isn't built to feel excitement through someone else winning. They get dopamine from their own progress, not from watching strangers score. While the crowd explodes over a goal, they're thinking, how does this affect my life? It's not apathy, it's independence. They have low dependency on social approval and a strong sense of direction. They don't bond through collective hype. They bond through personal growth. People might call them detached, but they're simply wired to invest in their own journey. The disenchanted realist. This type used to care. They watched, they followed, they knew all the names, but eventually they saw the machinery behind the entertainment, in the marketing, the branding, the commercialization, and suddenly the magic faded. They went through what psychologists call meaning withdrawal, where something once exciting starts feeling empty. They realize that cheering doesn't move their life forward, and idolizing celebrities doesn't fill emotional gaps. So they stepped away, not out of superiority, but out of awareness. They didn't quit the sport. They outgrew the illusion around it. The rewired enthusiast. This group isn't anti-football at all. Their excitement just flows somewhere else. Tech, art, cars, science, stories, experiences. Their brain craves novelty and depth. Psychologists call this multi-channel stimulation, where dopamine comes from variety and personal relevance. They'd rather learn, build, or explore something new than watch a predictable match structure. It's not a lack of passion. It's passion distributed into worlds that feel more alive, more interactive, and more meaningful to them. The grounded realist. These are the people who say, honestly, watching rich athletes live their dream doesn't make my reality any easier. And they're not wrong. For them, football doesn't distract. It reminds them of goals they haven't reached yet, reminds them of the gap between entertainment and their own struggles. And some simply see it plainly. It's just a sport. It doesn't change my circumstances. That's not negativity. It's emotional self-protection. They avoid investing energy where there's no personal return. So maybe you're not too serious, too different, or too boring. Maybe your mind is simply shaped to focus on building, improving, and imagining instead of watching other people live out their narrative. So which category hits closest to you? The inner-driven thinker? The disenchanted realist, the rewired enthusiast, the grounded realist, or maybe a blend of all four. If this made you think differently, hit subscribe. We dive into the psychology most people ignore. Drop a like, and it helps the message spread.